Pride can kill a man. Stupidity can kill a man. But those are all things that should not be offenses that follow you through the rest of your life. It's never who I was, and that's not who I'm going to allow myself to be. Nobody else is responsible for what I've done but me. Consciously, subconsciously made these decisions, and the reason that I come here to talk to you people today is when you let a drug consume you, that's when you change. You see new things about you. You act different ways. You're not as friendly. It makes life harder. It may temporarily help you. But in the long run, there's only you who's going to decide what your fate is. 18, 19, 20. It's never too hot. It's only hot enough to hydrate. It's never too hot. About to get this money. Good morning, you tactical tangerines. It's Total Tuesday, and today is October 1st. Besides the fact that I'm 11 days away from the Hartford Half Marathon, I am 365 days removed from entering the state penitentiary. That's right. 1 year ago today, I was sent away to do my time. I was sent away to think about the things that I've done. It's Total Tuesday, and I want to leave you with some advice that can totally change your life. To humble yourself and reflect as often as you can on where you've come from. Along these steps that I've been giving you, along this path, along this journey, it's important, it's very, very important to remind yourself of the person you used to be. The first video I showed you was a video that I intended to send to all of my friends and family, my loved ones essentially. I recorded that video September 22nd, 2018. I was gonna run away because I couldn't handle my responsibilities. I couldn't deal with what was gonna happen to me. I couldn't deal with the reality I was facing. I showed you a picture from October 1st. Outside the courthouse, my mother decided to take a picture with me because of how spiffy I looked, and I'm glad we did. Not only in that picture can you see the gluttony in my face, you can also see a sense of happiness. I was being a man. I was facing my fears. I was meeting my maker. And I decided to not run, obviously, as you can tell. There are a few things that led me to just deal with what I had to deal with. One of them was the death of a friend. One of them was realizing I would only make it harder for myself. One of them was knowing that if I did run away, I would ultimately lose my family. I wouldn't be able to contact them anymore, and so on and so forth. There are so many reasons as to why I didn't follow through with running. Funny, right? Me not follow through with running. And then that's followed by a picture that was taken in February. I'm bulging out of a XXL shirt. My face is very puffy and fat, as opposed to how I look now. Then there's a video of me doing push-ups. That video was taken in the beginning of March, where I started this whole fitness path. You know, I could barely get through 20 push-ups. And there I was, counting away, plugging away. And the purpose of that video, I recorded that to tell a joke. I recorded that and I said, hey, you could just tell me what you want from me, because I don't want to drop down and give you 20 all day. I'm basically mocking soldiers and, you know, how they're told to drop down and give me 20. Another thing that I look back on and laugh at, because today I would love to enlist in the military and serve my country. Something that I'm going to have to look into. I believe because of my past, I wouldn't be allowed to. Then you have a video of what I became. Just somebody not afraid to work under any circumstance, in any environment. Somebody who's relentless in going after what they want. That video was taken in the beginning of August, when I was running about 6 miles a day with no pattern, no training regimen, just running, just working. And that was before I ever recorded one of these videos to put onto YouTube and share with you. I wanted to show you all of this so you could see the progression of how I became what I am today. I also wanted to share with you how much can change in a year. What can really happen in a year, and how short an amount of time a year actually is. We tend to look at things ahead of us in a way that's daunting, in a way that's intimidating. Oh, I have to wait a year, or oh, this is a year, yada yada yada. It's only what you make it. When you consume yourself in doing things, time flies. When you love the things you're doing, time flies. If you make it out to be a miserable task or a miserable set amount of time, of course it's going to drag. You have to find pleasure in the things you do. And that's what I did with working out. Eventually, I fell in love with it. I saw the weight fall off my body, and then I began to walk and run, and you know the story from there. From March to mid-May, all I did was push-ups, sit-ups, and diet. And I had lost, I believe, 50 pounds, 55 pounds, around there. That picture from February, I was 260 pounds, 266 pounds to be exact. I couldn't believe it when I stepped on the scale. Some days today, you know, because of the reflection I do, I look back and I can't believe it when I step on the scale and I'm 180 pounds. Right now I'm fluctuating between 180 and 185, and I'm happy with that. If I never took time to reflect and look back on where I came from, I probably wouldn't be satisfied with that. You know, I'd probably be more weight oriented instead of goal oriented. And if you ask me, that's not really the way to look at it. That's not the best way to handle it. That's not the best way to go about weight loss. I think if you set a goal, as in, I want to be able to do something that I've never done before, and then you go after it in a way that's calculated and regimented, all the other superficial aspects of fitness won't matter as long as you're healthy and striving towards your goal. Without the exercise of reflection, I wouldn't be able to look at things this way. And that's why it's important along your journey and along your path to success that you reflect, you look back, you humble yourself in the makings of who you are today. Because all of these things that I showed you today, they all have a purpose and they all have a point. And they all matter to why I am where I am right now and who I am. That first video, I was in a drug-induced rant, and I'm proud to look at you today and say that I'm completely sober. The second video where I'm doing push-ups, I was miserable doing push-ups, and I could barely do 20. I couldn't even do 100 push-ups in an hour. Today I can do 300 and want to do more. I love where I come from, what I came from, and who I am today. And it's because I have the ability to reflect and look back on where I was, what I was doing, and see the difference. Humble yourself, reflect, be grateful. Thank you for watching. If you got anything to spare, click the link and make a donation to my fundraiser for the Healing Meals Foundation, which I'm raising money for the Hartford Half Marathon. Every donation is going to get a shout out on my pages. They're also going to get a recipe to help get their meal plan kicked off in a healthy direction, because around here we love to spread the health. Spread the health and spread the love. Have a blessed day.